Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Guinea Titan. This is another game from the Tier 9 period. Played a lot of the T49. Actually, well, it isn't deleted, but it isn't even in the top package. It's actually on the second last package, but this is still the second package, I think, because it is the old Walker Bulldog turret. Yep, not the T49 turret, the later turret that's on the T49 and similar to the one on the Sheridan, I think, as well. The light tank, the current light tank meta is quite a bit different from what I was playing the T49, and it took me a long time to get used to it. You could argue that I never really got used to it in the period, in the brief period, the week that I was playing Tier 9 tanks. I was getting a lot of spots, but I wasn't getting the accompanying damage ribbons. And very often the output of the damage ribbons was disappointing. Even here now, I'm going to pick up quite a decent amount of damage ribbons, but assistance damage ribbons. But it's still going to be relatively disappointing in terms of the damage yield, given that it's a Tier 9 battle. One of the things that I've noticed, there was a lot of YOLOing lights going on. At the start, it was very much kind of uncoordinated and solo YOLOing lights, but I've been playing the T34 quite a bit lately, for a variety of reasons. I'm playing it quite badly as well, very inconsistently. I'm okay when I'm top tier, but I've been very, very bad when I'm not top tier, and I get caught a lot with mobs of light tanks. And well, that's a smart move actually. A mob of light tanks is an extremely lethal thing because, well, they're not doing a lot of damage. If you have four of them, 3 or 4 of them coming around you, they're all picking away at you, and they're picking away at you at a relatively high rate. And generally with Tier 9 and Tier 10 particularly, even Tier 8, Tier 9, Tier 10 lights, is that they have decent enough guns. So as long as they're not in front of you, they're going to penetrate, and when there's 3 or 4 of them around you and you're something like a T34, you're just not going to keep up. The turret isn't going to rotate. The gun fires once every 13 seconds or something like that, so they'll get 2 to 3 shots off while they're in a reload, and your chances of hitting them as long as they keep moving is slim to none. You're really dependent on allies to actually get them off you. And what I've noticed is happening is that if your allies are light tanks, you want to be really, really careful, because the best mob wins, and the light tanks are inclined to push, and they die, and they don't pull back, they don't withdraw, and stay in support range or any of that kind of stuff. And frequently, unless you're on the team with the light mob, and then of course if you're on a team, you're on the same side as the team in a T34 with the light mob, or you're in and you don't keep up with them, then you can't keep up with the damage. So our light tanks are all over the place, but their light tanks are down here, and there's 1390. He's got rid of him, so he hasn't got too much ammunition left. Now, I have actually picked up 7 assistance damage ribbons, and he stayed there. That's his big mistake. If he drove away, I wouldn't have followed him, because he had support tanks behind him. There's no way I'd have gone around the other side of that rock chasing him. There's the atomic back there, who would probably have done for me if I had done that. So that 1390 could have gotten away from it if he just kept driving away. Now our light tank has driven in there, and he's attracted the attention of 2 mediums and a light tank from the enemy team. And I reckon this is my opportunity. Irrespective of what happens to the light tank, I can go and make a run on the artillery. In fact, the medium up right at the A line is thinking the same thing. We're both making a push forward. And the thing is that even though the light tank is outnumbered 3 to 1, he withdrew towards allies. He withdrew into the village, and there's 4, potentially 6 allied tanks that could all shoot at the direction of the guys chasing him, and they did. So he's won, or he's winning. And I found the artillery, and I'm going to get to kill the artillery, because the medium is on the wrong side of the rock, so I wasn't able to see the artillery. So that is that, and now, well, the game's pretty much over. We're 7 tanks up, all the heavies are in one spot, and we know where they are. They don't really have much chance, and they're not in a position to mutually support each other. They're strung out in a line along that ridge. It would be difficult, I suppose, to say what would be their best move, but I don't think the moves that they're making are the best moves. They shouldn't be coming this way. They should be going, if anything, east to nail that light coming down the 9 line. Coming around here is coming into the teeth of the enemy guns. So this M6 is not going to last. Nor is the VK, because again he's exposed himself out to more and more guns the more he advances in this direction. At least he didn't come to this side of the ridgeline. And with him out of the way, see, it's a cascade, then one goes, the other goes, the other is more vulnerable, and there's more and more tanks around him. So he's gone. And that leaves the Conqueror and one other tank. Now I don't know where the other tank is. The Conqueror is over here. So I'm going to go for the Conqueror, so is everybody else. The other tank is actually on my right, and I come down here. The Conqueror's not even looking at me, so I can put a round in. And he's fired anyway, so he's going after that leopard. He seems to be really determined to kill the leopard, so I fire again. And we get another one off. The leopard is making it a bit easier for the Conqueror, alright, because he's just standing there. And we get another one off, and he rams the leopard, and he gets rid of the leopard. But he's not going to survive. He's taking a round into me, but I can reload faster. And there's the guy behind him as well. If I don't get him, the guy behind him will. Since he's tracked, and he's obviously used his repair kit, and that is it. Game over. So I got 9 assisted ribbons, 12 ribbons, and 5 kills. So we have a victory, all enemy vehicles destroyed, and we see the final results green. We lose money. It's a first win. We get 5 destroyed, 2000 damage, 1700 assisted damage, 2nd class mastery. 1700 is actually not great for 9 assistant ribbons, given that that's less than 200 per assisted damage ribbon. That would suggest actually that a lot of those assisted ribbons were from fellow light tanks and not from medium heavy tanks or tank destroyers. We came number 1 by experience, but it's also interesting that the top 3 tanks in our team were light tanks as well. Whereas in the enemy team, the top 3 tanks were heavy tanks. Could be the difference between the teams. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and a share. If you've not already done so, please subscribe. I will catch you all soon. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you again. Bye.